major.
We're working on it though.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet. Okay, how many we got live? 4. Quattro. How do you know?
Mom just went.
Oh.
Wow. Shows how much he pays attention to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, first thing I want to talk about tonight is Happy New Year again. And I need you guys' opinion. I need all of you guys that watch this to sound off and put a message down below and tell me what to do, because the gentleman that won the engine is not replying back to me. It's like he's disappeared off the face of the earth.
Mm.
Or, you know, I've sent 5 emails this week and I've got no response. I don't have a phone number. I just have his email address, and I'm typing it in right, and it's, you know, in the system, but I can't get back to him. I'm going to continue to message him, but if I don't hear from him in how long, possibly should we pull another name out of the hat? What do you guys think?
Or you mean on the floor?
Baller says give until the 31st.
Give him a month. I could go do that. Yeah. And I'm not going to add any orders. If I get more orders, I'm not going to add them into the pot. Nope, that ain't fair. You guys ponied up, you know, for Christmas, before Christmas. So you guys that were in the original drawing are still going to be in. Nobody else is going to be added. But we are going to have more. I've decided I like the drawings things. We're going to have more of those. It might not be an engine this time, but it might be a tool or something I get, you know. Some sponsor sends me something that's cool that I might not be able to use, but somebody else could. We might do some drawings through the year. But that's not a bad idea. Wait until the first of the month. What day is it? No, well, the Tuesday after the first of the month. That'd be good. Yeah, the Tuesday after the first of the month.
I was going to say right now it's the 6th. 25 days.
Yeah. So that would be, it'd be right around the 3rd. 31 days in a month.
Something you can ship to Canada, LOL?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I get a lot of reaches out for tools and things like that, and I get UPS packages all the time of stuff, and there's a lot of stuff on it that I get that I don't use, because everybody wants to send me an OBD2 scanner. I mean, and all kinds of stuff, LED lights and, you know, OBD2 scanners and stuff like that, and we're pretty loaded for that kind of stuff. And you got all the professional stuff from the office, and I don't ever work on anything that's got a computer. So, I mean, but it's like, that's what they're shoving, you know, headers, you know.
Most of your modern mechanics, that's all they do is
use scanners. Stuff.
Yeah. Crazy Willie says, just use my name, just teasing.
No, you know what? Honest truth, all you guys, you about 20, 30 you guys that are my tried and true ride and die guys, I would love to be able to just get you guys something, all of you guys, you know, which brings up the next point.
Speaking of, Baller says, you can send me your son's toolbox.
You up for that?
No. If you pay for it, you can have it.
Okay, what happened this week? I got all the parts in except for the camshaft to finish this one.
Presley says, send him an email telling him he has until the 15th to respond to claim his prize, or he forfeits it.
Yeah, because then it would be, I could do that. Yeah, we could do that. I'll do that when we get in from tonight. But the other thing,
worth a shot.
Yeah, it's worth. I mean,
no, I'm talking about the toolbox.
Oh, the toolbox. Oh, did your hutch come in?
It didn't.
The top part didn't come in.
No.
Oh,
I meant to shoot Jason a text.
You guys have no idea. I mean, the box is something, but the cover on the top hutch, holy shnikes.
Yeah,
I mean, once it comes in, I'm making a special trip over to the dealership to get a picture of it and get it.
Couldn't afford the freight for your son's toolbox.
Well, that's true. True. Yeah, he's in Canada.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, But anyways, okay. So stuff for you guys. I'm trying to get feelers out. You guys have seen the posts yesterday about Vegas and about SEMA. Okay. I would love to be able to step up and talk to say my favorite hotel in the whole world, the Four Queens, and contact their marketing department and see if we can get an Uncle Buck code to get 10% off rooms, something like that, but I would like to know how many of you guys would take advantage of that for the year of 2026. Not necessarily go to SEMA, but if I could get you a code that gets you 10% off your room in Vegas, would you use it? Would you guys be making a trip to Vegas if you could get a good deal on a hotel? Because we love Vegas. We love Fremont and we love the Four Queens, and they've treated us good all these years. One thing I wish they had that they don't have is poker. I just have to go across the street to the Golden Nugget to play poker. But the best breakfast I'm telling you, best breakfast. It was really good. And, and everybody's friendly. It's clean, So you guys let me know in the comments, would that help you make the decision to make a trip? Because I would hate to reach out to them and then nobody show up.
Yeah.
Baller says, unfortunately, no Vegas, but great idea, Buck.
Yeah, I would like to just get some stuff going for you guys, for everybody that's hung with us all these years, and this is number 35 or 36, so we're almost a year's worth of lives under our belt.
What are you talking about?
This is number 35 or 36.
No, it's 37.
JB says hello.
Hello, JB. Hello, YY. Me and Wyatt had a good day today. I take one of the boys once a week to the office with me for the mornings, and we had a good time. We really did. We had a good time today. Did a lot of running after the office was closed. That was fun too.
Passed out in the car seat.
Yeah, well, he got all the way to the bank to make the mortgage payment, and as we was pulling out the parking lot, that's when he went out. So he made the trip.
Yeah, that's what shocks me. With some kids, it's they'll be awake the whole way there, and then as soon as you get there, they'll go.
Yeah.
And it's bro.
Or you're taking them home. As a grandparent, you're taking them home, and they fall asleep 5 minutes from the house. They've been up the whole time, and you got to wake them up to get them out. But it's worth it. It's so worth it.
Yep.
Tracy says 10 far down the chain of skills. I'll be lucky to get the first drive in spring. I'll just have to hear about it.
Yeah, that's other thing I'm in the works with. I'm talking back and forth with the local track about the street class, the hard tire, street tire, and that might be happening. So we might have doing some content on Saturday nights, maybe some lives, maybe, something like that on Saturday nights at the drag strip. Let me see. There was something else. How was your week? Oh, tell them about the people coming back complaining about the engines.
Which one?
The leaking fuel smell and
both of them.
Yeah.
Well, so we did a motor swap, and on 2 vehicles, both of them came back. The first one was from a month ago, and the second one was from a week and a half ago. So the first one came back because they said it smelled like fuel, that they got a bad injector. When I popped the hood and I looked at the motor, I noticed that the injectors are all brand new. Fuel rails, all brand new.
Which were on the engine when he got it in the crate.
Yeah, so I didn't install. So I'm like, okay, not my fault. But I kept smelling this fuel scent, but not seeing anything leaking. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? So I'm like, all right, well, I'll tell you what. Well, I'll check the injectors. I didn't put them in, but God forbid this motor was built on Friday. Somebody cut corners or cut a corner. So I pull the fuel line, and there's an O-ring on this fuel feed line that never breaks. So they don't warranty doesn't when they send you the motor kit, it doesn't send you the kit with this O-ring. So I pulled the line out, and the O-ring is open like Pac-Man. So you have the normal O-ring, but it was like split like this. And I was like, oh, well, that's the issue. So I plucked that off, and I have a little packet of O-rings in my toolbox. So I just matched the size and threw an O-ring on and put it back in, and the fuel smell was gone. And I was like, oh, there's 60 seconds of my life I'll never get back. Sweet. The second one was the interesting one. So, did the motor swap. It's a turbo motor. So, did the motor swap, sent it out. This was for a customer in Florida. They were
That couple.
Yeah, they were coming through initially.
Raise your hand if you got a question.
They were coming through initially, had a misfire, came in, wanted to get that diagnosed, found out they had a rod knock, left the car with us, didn't ask to get it shipped home, but they left it in Fort Smith, Arkansas to get the motor replaced.
During the holidays, they were in to see family.
So we were like, okay, whatever. So about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I did the motor swap, get him back here, get him out, get the guy here. He starts to drive home with a brand new motor, 1,600 miles away. And I'm like, that's a dumb idea, but okay. It's your car. He gets, about an hour out. Starts having issues. It's like, that's weird. So they sent it to Conway.
So what was wrong with it?
The valve cover failed. When it went to Conway, they pulled the oil filter and checked it for metal, but they didn't put an oil filter back on it. They filled it with oil after they didn't put the oil filter back on it. The valve cover completely failed. It got oil into the spark plug tubes, past the spark plugs into piston.
That one I don't get.
I don't get that. And it was causing overcompression in the cylinders, which oil starvation caused a rod knock and a bunch of other shit. And I'm like,
on a brand new crate engine.
On a brand new crate engine.
If you don't
what
crack
the
open,
fuck happened?
Hey,
sorry, but I was appalled.
I'm gonna get a jar.
You better not. I'm broke as it is.
So let's see here. Baller says I got a 2016 Kia motor popped at 200K running on a second one now. Yay. 2.4 liter GDI. It's definitely no first gen Chevy. And Baller says you'll never run out of work at Kia. Hee hee.
Never.
Lots of experience.
Pat says, howdy y'all. 454 in my 76 Chevy, still running great. It's a 90 Mark IV engine. What would you recommend for synthetic oil?
Pretty much the best on the market is AMSOIL, but you got more experience with oils than I do. It's you just got to, like, I am a Shell Rotella guy, T4, T5, especially for the older stuff. I mean, I know if it's a 90 model, is it a roller cam or is it a flat tapper cam?
Still thinking a flat tapper.
Okay, anyways, but I mean, Rotel still has a lot of the additives and a lot of the stuff in it. I mean, there's some really stripped down oils. If you really want to go a deep dive, I found a new guy on the internet. It's the Oil Geek. The Oil Geek. He's got a YouTube channel. Check him out. I mean, that's all he does is and he does chemical analysis of different
Yeah.
oils and stuff. And if you really want to know, but like if you got the money, the best on the market is Amsoil. Second best is what I get is, $16, $18 for a jug of Shell Rotella T4. Yeah, that's what's in. That's going to go in everything. This, that.
I'm
Big block.
I'm a Royal Purple guy. I kind of.
Well, yeah.
I dove into like the what's best, and I come to find out that Royal Purple still makes their oil with zinc.
Mm-hmm.
So, and motors love zinc.
The older stuff.
The older stuff and some of the newer stuff. Like I've ran my truck on Royal Purple forever since I got it. I only put Royal Purple in it. So I mean, and
that's a good brand too.
I put Royal Purple everything, like tranny fluid, transfer case fluid, like all of it. Which I mean, transfer case fluid and Chevys are tranny fluid. But, I mean,
Judy says, "Hi Grant, how much of Bluey cartoon did you and John watch the other day?"
Lot of Bluey.
Let's see.
At least it's not Barney.
Yeah. Rotel got all the dinosaurs in it.
What?
Rotella got all the dinosaurs in it.
Yep.
And Baller says, agree. Good dino poop is Shell Rotel.
yeah.
Mhm.
So
Pat says, flat tap cam in my 76 running Lucas zinc additive for the cam. Seems to like it.
Yeah.
I'll give you a hunter's tip when it comes to Rotella. Check out in Lowe's or Home Depot. They'll handle it, and sometimes they have it really cheap. I mean, and jugs and jugs and jugs of it.
Yeah, I think the last time we went to Home Depot, I spotted it. They normally keep it down by the lawnmowers and all that.
Yeah.
It was like $10 a gallon.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you can find something in like
stupid cheap.
And transmission fluid, same thing. The Dextron Mercron stuff. I mean, yeah, same thing. It's for some reason it's not their bread and butter, and they just don't mark it up as much as like a parts store does.
But like you go to an O'Reilly's and they say, if you can find it anywhere else at a local competitor, they'll price match. But then you go, well, I can get the same gallon of Rotella for $10 at Home Depot, and they'll go, "Oh, go buy it at Home Depot." I'm like, oh, okay, I will.
Yeah,
like.
Presley says it's what makes the cars go fast. Haven't you seen how fast Raptors are in Jurassic Park?
She's all full of she's wound up tight tonight. Dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Royal Purple.
Mm.
Going to Home Depot. LOL.
And then I also found too, Amazon. They have been started to carry a lot of chemicals for like automotive chemicals and stuff. And you can get. I found Royal Purple for a gallon for $33.
Yeah, because O'Reilly's and AutoZone do not handle Amsoil products.
Yeah.
They don't. You can get on Amazon, but you can't get them in the store.
You can also get them from the Amsoil website.
Yeah, from the website. Yeah, but I
and
mean,
Amsoil and Amazon, they're actually pretty spot on. Like you can't get it from Amazon cheaper than you can from Amsoil.
Well, that's smart. That's good business, though.
Yeah.
But everybody knows that they're between them and Royal Purple, and I mean, their Amsoil is the best on the market right now. Yeah. But for years and years, I was a Castrol GT guy, 30-weight Castrol GT back in the 80s and 90s. I mean, that's all I bought. I bought it by the cases. I was a big John Force fan.
Yeah. This reminds me, I gotta order her
Her what?
I gotta order her transfer case fluid.
Mm-hmm.
Late, but here, Uncle Mike.
Hey, Uncle Mike.
Yeah, no. Never playing Mike.
Pat says, thank you guys. Appreciate the input on oil. I want to keep my 454 alive as long as I can. I put 300 3,000 miles on the 454 since I did the engine swap. Doesn't use a drop so far. Plugs are fantastic.
That's good. I mean, the normal maintenance is the key to longevity.
Do a flush twice a year and
Nah,
you go to oil.
just throw some Marble Mystery Oil at 300 miles out from the change, and you're good to go.
Baller says Castrol GTX is a good stuff too. Buck, I ran it on my 350 cheap.
Yep. I was big. I loved Castrol, but they've all reformulated. You know, I mean, they put in the chemicals that's required by the factory, and by the what do you want to call it? By who's buying it? By the market,
the consumer.
Yeah, the consumer. You know, so all this old parts, you know,
A Marvel Mystery or Seafoam?
Marvel all day long.
Well, you got to think.
If you're
I that's a great question because you can go two different directions with this. All right.
True. I think
But
I know where you're going.
This is my only argument against Seafoam. I hate Seafoam. I think Seafoam is the worst.
For the fuel.
In the fuel, it does.
Berryman's.
No. We're back to Amsoil again. Amsoil has the best injector cleaner there is. Okay, here's the deal. Okay.
Different applications.
What?
Different applications, yeah. Okay, so when it comes to crankcase, for me, it's Marvel Mystery Oil all day long, just to bust all the goo and all the old crud out, carbon, all that kind of good stuff. In the gas tank, Amsoil is your best bet. The EPE, PEP, whatever it is, they're about the only ones that have that in the mix, in the chemical, and that's the one that cleans the injectors, cleans the valves, because for the direct fuel port injection, the valves never see any fuel. The valves, it's direct into the combustion chamber. It doesn't do anything to clean the carbon and all the goo off of the valves, and that's what causes, your performance down. The Amsoil will get to the valves, and we'll get all that cleaned out. All the rest of it is just fluff. It's just isopropyl alcohol with some chemicals put in it that really don't do much.
Well, like I said, I think Seafoam, and don't get me wrong, like there are guys that live and die hard Seafoam fans, and you know what? Go right ahead.
Don't believe the hype.
You can go right ahead. It's my thing is that, okay, when you buy a chemical to use it for a specific purpose, I don't need that chemical to be able to be put in the crankcase and in the fuel tank and in this and in that. Like, no, when I want a fuel treatment, I want a fuel treatment.
Amsoil. And then when it comes to case treatment,
now
Marvel.
Well, so working at Crane, I've learned about BG products.
Yeah.
From Torque. Torque is the manufacturer of it, and BG is just the product line of Torque. And BG sells 44K, MOA, all that. And it is like,
it's a good stuff.
It's pretty good stuff. The rep that comes to the shop, he wants us to try everything so that way we actually like it, not so
just push product on you.
Just to push, hey, you guys need to sell this stuff, but for us to actually like it. I love it. I think it's one of the better products I've ever. I mean, being in the automotive industry for now, or for the parts industry for now 2 years, and learning about Amsoil and Royal Purple and all of them. I mean, as far as cost effectiveness, I mean, you can't really go wrong with BG products.
Geo Duck, how about my first gen SBC rebuild, a 1985 C10 Auto, Vortec headers rebuild, Quadrajet, increasing compression would add power. What would you guys suggest?
For adding power?
I guess.
Does it already have an aftermarket intake on it? Headers are the best part, and good flowing exhaust. Let it breathe. I mean,
motors are big old air pumps.
Motors, big old air pumps. I mean, if it's got the factory Some of them have the EGR, the big ugly EGR aluminum intakes on them, but they don't flow good.
If it's got an EGR, take that crap off.
Yeah. But an aftermarket for the special heads, Edelbrock makes a great one for the street. You'll pick up 25 horsepower with just breathing better.
Or you can just hand port them.
Yeah, I mean, but
whatever heads you got. Because I mean, if you got Vortec heads, I mean, you got some pretty good flowing heads.
Yeah,
port them out a little bit. I mean,
just polish them. We're not even port them. I mean, they're already got big runners in them and everything.
Well, all I'm saying is
just clean them up.
We do is just match the gasket.
Yeah, just clean them up. But I mean, really, just bolt-on stuff. I mean, first thing, if it doesn't already have an intake on it, I put an intake on it aftermarket because that's best bang for the buck. Better breathing in, better breathing out.
Yeah, there's like out in.
You'll notice it right away.
If it's got an EGR valve, take it off.
Take all that crap off. Yeah.
Yeah. Sticking a straw up your butt and trying to breathe through the straw. It's not a good idea.
Let's see here. Baller says fogging outboard in fall seafoam is okay, but otherwise marble. But again, depends on application.
The seafoam was originally designed for water sports.
Yeah.
Water engines. Yeah.
The
marine applications. Yeah. It's just kind of like they're really good at advertising and they really push that stuff out on the market and everybody talks about it. I mean, but I mean, it's just.
I think the biggest scam too. High mileage seafoam.
Oh yeah.
That's the biggest scam I've ever heard in my life. It's the same exact thing. They just put high mileage on it.
Pat says, I use seafoam motor treatment to clean out a crankcase when I was first got it. Always had good luck with it. I warmed up the engine, then ran it for 15 minutes. Holy shit, the crap I got out of it.
Like I said, I have nothing against seafoam. Seafoam is a great cleaner. But for me, it just has way too many applications for me to feel comfortable enough that it does a good enough job.
Too many corners in the market they're trying to hit.
Yeah, with one product.
Yeah. Crazy says building a 56 Chevy 150 two-wheel drive, did rockers. Wife and I slid full floor pan, did toe boards. Had to self-teach welding 101 for myself. Finished building the 350 bore 30 over 355 CI.
Yep. The 30 over 350 is a 355 cubic inch. Yep.
Wes says, I'm starting a 400 SBC build. Build just got blocked and 487X heads would you go 377 or 421 if you had to buy a crank anyway.
Huh?
Would I go? Are you asking duration? I would go for cam.
No.
I'm starting a 400 SBC build. Just got blocked. Just got blocked, and the 487X heads. Would you go 377 or 421 if you had to buy a crank anyway?
Oh, if you already have to buy a crank, I mean, there's no replacement for displacement. He's asking me if he would buy a crank with another 1/4 inch stroke to make a 421 cubic inch out of it. A lot of clearance is involved with that much, and it depends on the rod you use and the rod and the connection bolts, because you're going to have to get in there and just get it all clearanced. But like I said, there's no replacement for displacement. I remember California Customs or something. I mean, back in the late 80s, they had a catalog out, a shop out of California, and they were making 415s. They were making crate motors, and I wish you could still get one of those. But I mean, that was the whole thing. The premise of that was just the bigger stroke on the,
Yeah.
But if you're having to buy a crank, go ahead and go with it. But like I said, you're going to take it back to the machine shop. You're going to have them clearance it for your rods, and then you're going to have to vat everything again because there's going to be debris.
At that point, you're in it.
Baller says, so curious with your comment, Buck. Are the Vortex heads not needing to be ported like your new video?
No, they're already hogged out from the factory. That's why they flow so good. All you got to do is just do a little bit of like with the cartridge rolls and just clean them up a little bit, just shine them up. I mean, there's really nothing to be done flow wise because they come out flowing great numbers. Their problem is you're going to have them machined for a higher lift cam. The more lift you put on, the better they flow. I mean, they're out of the box. They're a damn good design. I mean, whoever come up with that was listening back when they came out with the Vortex. They were listening and they did the right thing.
Baller says thank you.
No.
Crazy says finished building motor on September 29th. Had my back fused on September 30th this year, and I got infected, and they just had to go back in and clean it. Doing okay, but not cleared by doctor to go out in there. And my wife.
Yep. And I would say, just from experience, however long they tell you to stay off of it, stay the hell off of it. Because I know we're old and we're stubborn, and you get that day when you start feeling good and you go out there and you overdo it, then you're backtracking. Mm-hmm. So listen to the doctor, do it by the numbers, and get well so that you can enjoy yourself later on.
Guess I'm not that old because I just tell the doctor I'm going to do it. I won't.
29. Wait till he's 57.
I still say it, and I still got a jacked up back. I'd rather be rich than broke.
How can I? Hunter says, how can I get a 11.5 aluminum Edelbrock heads Mopar LA 360?
11.5
CR
compression ratio.
Aluminum Edelbrock heads Mopar LA 360.
Oh, Mopar LA 360. Well, you already bought the pistons?
I was gonna say, yeah, you just basically use putty and.
You want 11.5 to 1. You could go flat tops, but you'd have to go an awful small combustion chamber on the heads.
On a Hemi?
No, it's not a Hemi. It's 360.
Oh,
it's a Mopar version of a 350.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you
Mike,
can do it one of two ways.
Mike.
You can do it one of no. Mike's got a Chevy engine in that Dodge.
No, Mike's the Mopar guy.
Mike's the Mopar guy, but he was running like with the orange truck car. He was running 15.5 to 1 compression. Okay, so there's two ways to do it. You can either do an open chamber, which like it's going to be a 76 or 72 cc chamber, right?
Yeah.
With a dome that fits in the chamber, puts the squish on it, or you can go flat top and you go a smaller chamber like a 64 or a 62. I don't know how far. I'm not much on Mopars, but even like Chevy came out with some like 59 cc combustion chamber ports off the heads. So it's just a matter of finding it. You can do 6 1 half to the other, but yeah. But what I don't suggest is dome pistons and a small chamber, because then you have fitment issues. You run into the bottom of the piston hitting the bottom of the head while it's torqued down and everything. No. So it's either a large chamber with a dome or a flat top with a small chamber on the heads.
Crazy says it's a two-door wagon. Hand thanks, Uncle. I'll listen for a change, man. Fell in love with 73 and didn't get it until 2022 December. 50 years to get my rust bucket. 56 two-door.
We all have that car. I mean, I would love to get a 55. I would love to have a Chevelle. I'm going to get another second-gen Camaro. But right now I am a front end alignment and a hood latch to go racing with Bamalam. Don't have to have a dash in to go racing.
You ain't gotta go far to get an alignment either.
Yeah, I know. It's just one town over. I finally found the place to do it. Well,
I'd do it for free.
Okay, well, one day when we'll just make everybody happy, we'll bring it over with open headers and we'll drive it up on your rack, and I'll bring a whole thing full of shims,
there you go,
and we'll tighten everything down and we'll lock her in.
There you go.
Okay.
Make a whole day out of it. Bring it on a Saturday. Ed.
Bring it on a Saturday.
17.
Exit says, "What's up, Uncle Buck? Late for the live. Working on an old Miller Weller from '88. Tecumseh motor.
Working on what?
Tecumseh
Oh, Tecumseh.
motor."
Yeah.
West says, "I have an '86 flat top 302 with a GT 40p heads and a stock HO cam. Would you go stage 1 trick flow or 1.7 rocker on the stock cam? PTV clearance is my concern."
Yeah. Okay. I understand this one completely. Okay.
I'm
now,
glad you do because I don't.
Okay. Now I know 1.7s on Chevys are a lot. Okay, they make them. They're pricey. Going from a 150 or a 148 to a 160 roller tappet. That would gain you a little bit of power. But I would suggest going 1.6s maybe, or even stock. Worry about your piston clearance, stock rocker arms, but get you more duration cam and with just a little bit more lift, and somewhere in the advertised duration 265, 268. It'll still run. If you need any vacuum to run anything like the distributor, it'll still be there. It'll sound good. It'll move your power hand from towards the middle, and you ain't got to worry about part fitment issues. So if it was me, I would be a 265, 268 duration with just a little bit more lift, and to do either 1.5 or 1.6, not a 1.7. I don't know what the ratio is on that on a Ford engine is, but generally just one step will make you 15, 20 horsepower without any fitment issues if you don't go outlandishly big on the duration and lift. And everything should work out just fine. You shouldn't have any fitment issues at all, and it'll be a lot more fun, and it won't be docile. It'll be peppy and fun to drive.
The best way that I look at it is kind of what you were saying is, like we always say, exhaust, then intake, and then where I go from where we kind of veer off in different directions is, I think, valves. Like how can I get my valves to stay open longer and open wider to get that airflow to come through?
That's your camshaft and your rockers.
So you can always adjust rockers and you can always adjust push rods, but you gotta find what your sweet spot is. It could be a 10.5 long push rod and a 285 duration lobe, and that gives you the amount of power that you want and the response that you want.
But to me, at this point, if I'm not going drag race with it, I'm not worried about shelling it. I'm going to build it to be reliable and fun, because it's no fun to build one and then it not be responsive and not be fun to drive.
Yeah.
If it's just a trailer queen that when you pull it off, it sounds like a monster, but you never drive it. See, I'm way to the point where I want to drive.
Yeah.
I want to enjoy them. Yeah.
I can't say that.
Larry says, "Wouldn't that be like putting a 305 heads on a small block Chevy 350?
Hey, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. It'd be about the same thing.
Yeah, you can do
but
that.
the problem with the 305s is the flow, because they were just so emaciated because of the emissions.
He says that would be cool to see.
You can see it for about an hour.
Crazy says, "Daily driver, Toyota wife to LOL. Her Camry is out in the rain because the Chevy's in the middle of the, I'm guessing, garage. No room for the fancy car, LOL." Crazy says, "Put 152 rockers with stock push heads on my STG 2VRV cam. Think it's okay? I'm just a shade tree mechanic."
Yeah, no, it's fine. RV cams are great. especially for reliability and for not hurting parts and everything fitting there. Yeah, RV cam. I mean, we did that all the time back in the day.
Especially having this, if you have the same duration and you're not changing rods, rockers, or anything like that.
Yeah. RV cam's great. I mean, because they're built for make more torque.
Lube.
Yeah.
Make sure you lube everything.
Crazy says, and nothing hits pistons 194 stock heads.
No. Won't have with the RV cam. You won't have any fitment issues.
Oh hell.
Okay, Larry said that's what I'm looking at a daily cruiser, but just enough to scare the wife.
Well, see, that's where ain't gonna be able to do that because the Mustang is gonna be hers. Now, I'm not saying that she's probably, if we get her running, we get her slicked out a little bit, and she feels safe and comfortable, she might bring it out to the drag strip. You know, but it'll be your fair weather friend. You know, but you just wait. She'll just be. I finally got my car after all these years. You know.
Oh yeah.
We'll make it safe. We'll make it reliable, but we'll make it fun at the same time, where it doesn't hurt parts. Where it just turn the key, go. Because her only request is that I turn the key.
Larry says, "Thank you, froze." Guys,
are we spinning wheel of death right now?
Mine was, but I figured it was mine.
How we doing? Are we still running?
Crazy says, got a 68 Camaro 10 bolt open. How do I make it posy?
Locker, easiest way to go. They're selling it. They're like $580, and if they're running a sale 10% off sale, anything over like 200, and that saves you $58. So they could be somewhere around 520. But they're basically, you just pull the spider gears out and put the in with the pin and the bolt, and you're done. You got to add some posi. It's a locker unit, and it'll let loose. It'll let you go around corner stuff. Spools suck.
I hate spools.
Spools suck. I did a mini spool in the race car, and if you weren't going straight, it was misery. If it wasn't running under its own power, you couldn't hardly even pull the damn thing because you put it neutral, and them tires just around corners. You know, it was no. Locker unit, like I said, if I don't get the time to rebuild that rear end, that positive rear end for Bamalam and get underneath it, then before the first race we might be putting a locker in it. But it, like I said, it's just like a mini spool. You pull the pin, pull the spider gears, and put the new one in, put the axles back in, put the C-clips back in the axles, butt it up, and you're done. With a posi additive in the gear oil, and you're done. It's really simple. You ain't got to worry about the gears and the pitman. You ain't got to worry about that. You're just changing that spider gear out.
Changing the guts.
You're just changing the guts.
By the carrier. Which, I mean, like for my truck, so like for the newer stuff, like I want to put a posi in my truck too, because I just have a wonder. But I'm just gonna put a whole Yukon carrier in it
because he wants to change the gear ratio.
Yeah, well, no, it's not that I want to change the gear ratio. It's because right now I got 370 gears. The reason why I want to change the carrier is because it's got everything in that rear end. It's got 300,000 miles on it.
Mm.
So just for like putting a locker in being $500, or I can get a whole kit for $7. Kind of cost effective, and the kit's like every bearing, all the shims, all the seals.
And see me, I'm more into just easy and reliable, and that'd be the lockers, you know. But I do not recommend a $109 mini spool. That's misery. No. Yep. Do not recommend.
Just imagine all the time pausing. Like you said, your butt going.
And that tends to break parts too. I mean. Especially if you're driving it.
Because that one wheel's trying to go this way, but it won't. It won't go that way.
No, that's it was just terrible. It was the dumbest thing I did was turn my daily driver into a race car. I'll never do that again. You know, that's why I like the idea of a street class. Still street tires, tagged and insured, you know, everything working, windshield wipers, the whole 9 yards, and just everything steel, run what you brung. And if you beat me this week, then in a month, I'll do some upgrades. I'll do some work, set some time in. We'll see if we can beat you next time. you know.
Yeah.
And then I can drive it home.
Yep.
Because a brand new beautiful seat in it. Oh, seatbelts. That's the other thing. I knew I was forgetting something. I got to get seatbelts for it. Or find a parts truck that has seatbelts in it.
Yeah.
But you want to know what the easiest way to wash old seatbelts is? Dishwasher.
Well, now you got the ultrasonic cleaner.
That's true too. It works on. It also clearly works on. I tried a couple and it really does a good job. It gets all that old oil and nastiness out of it. It really does.
We're about to have to buy some more Simple Green for the thing too.
Yeah, your big old jug's about empty.
Yep. Oh, it's gonna be your big.
Do we have any other questions? Anything you guys want to like to know about? What time is it?
10 minutes till.
10 minutes time. All right, we'll give her 5 more minutes if you guys don't have any more questions. But I just want to say I really appreciate you guys, and we're gonna lock in. We're taxes done in a month, and once that check comes in, we're gonna book everything for SEMA for 26. I'm gonna go to SEMA. If it hair lips the governor, I'm gonna go to SEMA. I mean that's an old saying, yeah. Many slip twixt a cup and a lip. That's an old saying too. How about diamond in a goat's ass? That was my dad's favorite. Shines like a diamond in a goat's ass.
Hey, you can't say that.
No.
You can't.
Ass is biblical. That's in the Bible.
You still can't say
that. How about fine as frog hair?
Yeah.
You ever seen a frog hair? No, that's how fine it is. Yeah.
Says going from a 305 to a 454 in my C10, would I change the front coil springs and since it's a lot heavier motor and wash the boys mount out with soap?
I didn't. I went from a 350 to a 454 in the Camaro, and I didn't change anything out. Matter of fact, I used the same clamshell motor mounts and the frame motor mounts from it. It bolted right up. It's a consideration. It's going to drop it about half an inch. I wanted that for at the drag strip, a little bit down nose, because I had leaf springs with good shocks on it and cow tracks. And they work great. I mean, for the drag strip, cow tracks are the bomb. They really work good. But no,
it depends on what you want it to do. Like if you want to keep a level look, then you might want to. But if you're not worried about that and you want more of like the chopper look, so the nose down, keep the springs.
I will warn you though, I did after about 3 seasons put a set of big black springs in it, and it raised the front end up 2.5 inches because big black springs don't have a lot of give, and when they're brand new, they ain't cycled anymore. They ain't even broken because actual, coil springs have a break-in period. I mean, you wouldn't think they do, but they do. They have to adjust for what they're doing. And because I wasn't driving it every day, it was just a trailer queen. They really never got broke in. After 3 years after putting them on, it might have come down at half an inch to an inch. It was still taller than the stock springs. I mean, it's really not necessary. I mean, it's not. I mean, everything pretty much. That's the great thing about Chevy stuff. But I will give you whatever you're putting it in, though. Set the headers in the frame before you put the engine in a big block. Have the headers sitting there, and then set the engine in and bolt them up. Don't try to slip them in or slip it in from the top after the fact. Have them sitting in the engine bay as you're stabbing in.
Like use a bungee cord and strap them to the frame. And then set it on the mount.
It's one of those, while in Rome, take advantage of all the things you can take advantage of.
Exit says, I'm looking at the Crower Camto. Camto Beast Cam. I can't freaking wait. He also says, I think that that's what the cam was called. LOL. Got a 0.30 over 350 flat top, etc. But I'm curious about the bare casting eBay aluminum heads. I've seen plenty of YouTubers saying that they're okay, but require machine on the valve seats?
Yep. Yes, they do. I mean, it's even if I mean, no matter they're all pretty much produced kind of the same place. There's really not a lot of difference in them. I mean, you're gonna like if I was to buy like say I don't know if you guys know who Flash Shark is. Flash Shark is they're a Chinese company that's trying to take over the performance stuff, and they do heads and everything. Now, if I was to buy them, I would have to take them to the machine shop and get them all checked. And apparently the valves, the valve jaws on it are not good. They're pretty much going to come bare. There's going to be a lot of work involved to get them to where you can trust them. So you're out all that money to do all the machine work. I mean, to get into the market can be not that much, but you're still going to spend the money to get them where you trust them and where they're usable.
Say you'll spend $400 on the set, but then you'll spend $600 in machine work for both of them,
and valves, and guide plates, and and all this stuff. Yeah,
you'll push yourself right over that
springs, locks, retainers.
That $1,300, $1,400 range. Why not just buy ready to go ahead?
Yeah, AFRs, trick flows, Brodix.
Swap meet on some Vortec heads.
Well, he wants to go aluminum, but I mean,
okay. Well,
aluminum for the weight, yeah.
Trick flows or AFRs or what was it? AXEs, or AFEs.
Oh, AF the guys from Australia.
Yeah.
The light.
I just saw a set of theirs and they're pretty cool.
Yeah,
they look pretty.
But they're hard to get. Like I said, they manufacture them in Australia, and there's like 2 distributors in the country.
Summit is one of them.
So this week is finishing the port on the small block heads. I've got the big block. I had a friend give me a big block intake that I just cleaned up and made look pretty.
Yep.
That video is coming out Sunday.
Yep.
The springs came in. Springs, locks, retainers, and all the hardware came in for the heads.
Yes.
And then
my favorite thing in the whole wide world, the heads.
Yeah, do the heads. I don't
know why. Just valve jobs and building heads is just so peaceful to me.
Anyways, we'll be doing that. And I did get a plasma cutter in. And apparently there's a setting on these new Arc Captain plasma cutters that doesn't cut the steel, it cleans the steel, which they say you can use it to bust rust with it. And that's what we're going to try. Because I have a car that's completely covered in rust. And I'm thinking if I can just you guys have seen all the videos of, taking the laser beam and burning all that old junk off, coming back to steel metal. They say that it's capable of doing it. So we're going to try it and see what happens.
Exa says, I never think of buying new because of the sticker shock. LOL.
Yeah, no kidding. Can you imagine the hot rod I could build with $80,000 they want for a new truck these days? Oh my goodness, it would be gold plated.
Yeah, it would. Well, I mean,
I would be afraid to drive it. It'd be too nice.
Well, you got to think too, the amount of stuff that's in that car too. Okay. So, okay.
Let's just say like this. The manufacturers have went stupid.
Well, yes. Most manufacturers have went stupid. You've got, I think, okay. When you think of a starting system, what do you think of?
A key, an ignition switch, and a starter.
Right. You don't think of a computer.
No.
An ISG, which is the stop and go. When it comes to stop and shut.
Oh my God, I hate that.
ISG system. Yeah, the ISG.
It's the dumbest thing they ever come up with.
Alternator. They have that now, and they rope that into the starting system.
Yeah.
And it's all this crap, and it's dude, it's a. And then okay, this is what pisses me off too. So, in Banalam, we ran one wire from the battery to the starting solenoid to the starter. One wire.
With a Ford starting solenoid.
Right. They got wires going from the ignition system to the computer, from the computer to a junction connector, to another junction connector to go to the fucking starter. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 places it can fail.
Yeah. And,
that was the most irritating.
well, see,
thing
okay, but you're in the advantage of having been in this garage when you were a kid and having worked on stuff like that. A lot of your peers in the industry didn't have that.
Right.
They never had to deal with any of the old stuff. You know, like he ran through on a bench and did the whole harness for Bam on a bench, and it's pristine. It everything works, and he did it on the bench with a tester, just going through and checking wires and looking for breaks and looking for this and luming it back up, and it works perfectly. It's, you know, so now he's the wiring guru at his job because that's kind of what he did in the Navy too.
Actually, I didn't do any of that in the Navy.
Really?
I didn't do any.
You did that on the side with all your buddies.
Yeah, I learned how to write stuff on the side.
So okay, so I have Moore says I have a set of 882 heads.
That's
circa
what I'm doing right now.
1976-ish. How do they flow once you clean them up?
Great. I mean, those are going to flow great, just like the 487X heads. I mean, it's. I don't know if you've watched the video. If you haven't watched the video, watch the video about just the ports alone. They shroud them so much back in the late 70s for emissions. They tuned them down terribly. You open them back up, take a Felpro gasket, and you open them ports back up, and you working them runners a little bit and get all the little casting things up. Because when you get in there, you'll see there'll be a casting line right down the center of that port, that runner for the intake. And that's where the two pieces went together for the cast when they cast the head in the foundry. You know, you clean that up and they flow great. And the great things about 882s is they're the heavy heads, which are not the light ones that tend to crack over time. And 882s come from the factory with hardened exhaust valve seats from the factory, even from the 70s, because that's where they were dealing from going from leaded to unleaded. So they put hardened exhaust seats. So you don't have to worry about like a cable hump head from the 60s. You ain't got to worry about over time the exhaust seats cracking out on you because they already have hardened put in from the factory. So they flow great. I am a huge fan of 882s. Now, there's going to be a time whenever I spend the money for aluminum heads, but right now, that's what I got. I got another set back here that's going to be getting the same treatment in the future. I love them. They flow great. You can make them a great set of little heads.
Exit says,
and that's what's going on this.
Exit says, I believe you have a TikTok account. If so, I'll tag you in one of the engine videos.
Yes, I do. I have it's Uncle Buck's Garage on TikTok.
Okay. And oh man, you should try wiring a Chevy Colorado when it comes to starting a system. Ugh, I pulled my hair out.
Was a Colorado? Yeah. Holy cow.
They blew his mind, but I've tore out enough wiring harnesses now that I think I could wire a BAMLM again with my eyes closed. I
mean, I'm telling you, we did a job for a person rollover. There was a straight 5, and it was and the wiring harness on that thing was
retarded.
Yeah,
it was retarded.
It's they over engineer these things. I mean, just
there gets to a point where it's like, okay, guys, calm down. We don't need this much. We don't need and I'm a big wiring guy. If you ever see my truck rolling around town, I could light up the whole area with my truck.
Yeah, right? You can. You cannot miss him.
You cannot miss me. When the sun ain't out and my headlights are on, you cannot miss me. Okay, I love wiring stuff up to do certain things.
He likes to be seen.
I love it. Right, I do. But there comes a point when there's 6 different wires to do one job.
Yeah. Then
that's a little much.
They over-engineer. They over-engineer and go stupid.
Yeah. I get, and also too, I can.
Because he can sit back and having had worked on the older stuff, he can sit back and go, well, that's just retarded.
Yeah. Yeah. I can. It's
mind-blowing.
It's mind-blowing. But. So, for Kia's standpoint, is the reason why they have so many wires to one system is because they have what fail safes.
Yeah.
Right. So if a system fails, it has an automated backup to basically keep the system going, but only at a certain operational level. Which, coming from F-18s, where I had a backup to a backup to a backup,
Yeah.
you know, that makes sense to me. So, in a sense, it's cool, but again, 6 wires for one job.
It's overkill.
A little much.
It's overkill.
A little
Okay.
much. Let's take it down to 2.
Exit says checked every dam. It was all fine. It was a dang PCM ground switch in the PCM to allow the power to the solenoid.
Yep.
Crazy says 67, 69 Camaro and Tri-5 are both 60 inches wheel mount surface. So cut and grind the Camaro purchase and weld on the Tri-5 purchase.
Yeah.
And now get the parts y'all just said.
Yep.
No, he's retroing a big block into a 55.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
And it's yeah. Yeah, some of the lingo that we pick up on, she has this look on her face like, what? You know, I mean, she's heard it, but I done told her she's going to have to be involved. I'm not doing that for her. She's going to have to be involved. She's going to get out here with the grungies on, with a standing block.
Don't worry, Mom. I'll build the wiring harness. You don't have to do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
That'll be my gift to you.
Okay.
You know.
We already know we're going to paint it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did watch your 882 video. Awesome. Looking forward to another video you put publishing the 882. Appreciate the most detail possible.
Yeah. No, I did a video a year and a half ago about rebuilding heads, and I'm going to go a little bit deeper dive into it, step by step by step. I just kind of like smoothed over the first time I did it. I hope I've gotten better at spotting the things that need to be shown and getting better camera angles and stuff. But we're gonna be pulling valves and doing all that. And I actually bought lapping tool.
Oh, I have one.
But I need one of my own.
Yeah, I lap a lot of valves, so I just got a stick.
Yeah. I'm thinking about pulling one of the suction cups off and hooking up the drill and just using the drill.
Well, so I found I thought about that too, because like I do a lot of valves.
Yeah.
I lap a lot of valves. So like when I first started it, it's like that little suction cup is like, okay, this is perfect because I only do like 1 or 2, 3 or 4 valves at a time.
Yeah.
Now I'm doing like 12 valves at a time, and I'm like, this sucks. Doing this by hand. So I found online it's an extended chuck, a skinny extended chuck. It's like a 6-inch chuck. You can throw it into a drill, and you can grab onto like a valve for like those heads that you can't really get a drill bit or a drill into.
Yeah.
So I can do overhead cam, guys. The valves are actually set into the heads too far. You can't put a drill on the backside of it. So I thought about getting one of them. I found one. It was like $10 on Amazon. I was like,
Go to Speedway for a locker.
You go to Summit.
yeah.
Summit has them.
Yukon.
Yeah,
I'm
Yukon brand. Yeah.
I'm a huge Yukon fan. Yukon is.
I mean, you're dealing with. You can go through Summit, Jags, Speedway, whatever they got.
Yeah.
They'll all have one.
Yeah.
You have to make sure and get it. Use the tech line and talk to a person and get exactly what you need. And ask for the suggestions of, okay, with this kit, am I going to get the gaskets? Am I going to get the sealer? Am I going to get the additive? Am I going to, find out the things that you need to get.
Yeah, the details.
The details. Yeah. But all 3 of them can help you out.
Yeah.
That's not one of those things I would suggest buying from Amazon.
Exit says Yukon's gears, good stuff.
Yeah.
He also says, I've been working on a carb TBI Vortec 350 since I got a hot rod bug in the mid 90s. I'm finally going to get with the times and build a nice high revving LS 4.8. Gonna try and put it into an 85 S10.
Okay, so we used to all just crap on the 4.8s. They are making the biggest comeback right now because everybody wants a 5.3.
Because that's all that's left.
Yeah, everybody wanted a 5.3. We're going 6.0. Oh, I watched.
They definitely don't want a 6.2.
Nobody wants a 6.2. I watched a video of this guy. He took a 4.8. Basically, because the difference between a 5.3, a 4.8, and a 6.0 is the heads. That's one of the only differences in it. The heads and obviously the displacement. But he took a 4.8, put a Holly Sniper intake, trick flow heads on it, all that, and then pro charged it, made like 900 horsepower.
Yeah.
Out of a 4.8. And I was like, I didn't even know that was possible.
Oh yeah, you're only talking about, you know,
Well,
you're talking about like a 307 to a 350 or 327 to a 350. You're just dealing with a bore size or a quarter inch of stroke.
Like if you build them right, you can get some serious big boy power with like low weight.
But I mean, like with an S10, throw a carburetor on it, Holly system, it'll be a fun, peppy little thing. Now,
5-speed.
Yeah. Now the first LS truck that I bought had a 4.8 in it, and you know, trailer, race pack, you know, the Camaro, the whole thing. It had issues in the
hills.
In the hills, it had serious issues. It was like, I think I can. It was great mileage when it wasn't hauling anything. But that then going to 5.3 right off of it, it was a huge difference. And I'm sure going 6.0 would have been a huge difference from the 5.3. But I mean, that 5.3 out there has got 180,000 miles on it, and she's good to go.
Yeah. That was, let's see, like, my wife's got a 6.2 in her Tahoe. And
there's a 19 in it.
Yeah.
Better put that thicker wool in there.
Nah, you pick and choose your battles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for that. That's why I bought the warranty, because I'm waiting for the rod knock. If the rod knock starts, I get a free motor.
If you can get the motor.
Moore says, can I make a 400 horsepower on a 350 SBC, like you've described in the past with those mode 882 heads? No.
You'll be knocking 350, 360. If you want to go 400, 415, 430 horsepower, you're going to have to go aftermarket heads. You're going to have to go a good set of aluminum heads, and probably a 210 runner size just to get enough airflow with a roller cam. You can get 430, 450 horsepower off of a 350. But again, we're going right back to that displacement is king. You know, if you can just stretch it out and make it a 373, a 377 or a 383 with a stroke crank in it, then you're right there. But you still probably only hit about 375, 390 with 383 with the 82 heads. Yeah. But if you're going to go any more than that, if you want, 1 inch, 1 horsepower for displacement, then you can go the 882s. But if you want to go anything farther than that, you have to go aftermarket heads.
Unless you do forced induction.
Well, yeah, no, we're not.
If you want to do forced induction, you can hit it real easy.
Yeah, you don't have to change nothing. You just put turbo on it.
Exit says trying to find a 6.0 LOL back in the mid 2000s. You could walk outside and trip all over the 6.0 all day. LOL.
Yeah, 3/4 ton. Yeah, stuff is the dualies and all that. Yeah, they're everywhere.
I've built small engines, small blocks. I've never built in a big block, which is what we're doing right now. We're building a big block. But I want to build a diesel motor. I want to build like a 6.6 Duramax.
You have fun with that.
I've
never messed with diesel.
I want to do it.
My roommate in college was a diesel guy.
I want to put golf ball air crash pistons in it. I want to put eagle crank.
You probably talking about a bunch of dumbass kids. I was 19 years old, and my roommate in college was in the diesel class. I was in the drafting class, but he was in the diesel class. We used to have the biggest arguments. Diesel makes more torque. Well, yeah, it makes more torque, but it only runs about 4,000 RPMs. And once you get out there on the line, and I'll be blown right by your ass. But this was also in the late 80s. This is before. I mean, they were putting turbos on stuff back then, but no,
you got the 6.5 Detroits that were god awful.
Yeah,
you couldn't pull a horse trailer with a 6.5 Detroit.
Exit says my 2011 Silverado with a 4.8. I'm going to turn that dial past 450k mile by the summertime.
Yeah.
Yep. And the 4.8 stroke to 409. My brain says yes, but my wallet says no.
Same.
Al says, if you were to do a flat tap cam with lifters, would you recommend? I personally have had 2 comp cams have lifter failures, both with the correct break-in or in oil procedure, etc.
Products.
It's a Howard's cam.
Howard. That's what
Howard's has a new. It's not really new, but they have a tappet that has a machined oil passage on it, and they say that they'll hold up, but nothing is this day and age. Nothing is guaranteed. I don't trust comp cam tappets at all.
flat
tappets. I don't trust them. Like I said, I got the one set of old school hardened bottom, lifters that's going in this one. But we're probably going to have to go retro. Unless I would love to be able to find a source for a reliable flat tappet. But I don't know. I mean, the people are still building them, still building engines like this all the time, but it's just the thought of just all this work and then ruin it.
I love comp cams. Don't get me wrong. I love comp cams. I love the products that they put out, but their flat tappets
their camshafts are fine.
They don't measure up to the quality that comp camp is now
or used to be.
Howard's. I've heard good things and I've also heard bad things, but again, did you soak them in oil for 24 hours? Did you do your break-in? Did you do your 2,500 RPMs? There's so many variables that could go wrong.
Did you use the right oil with the right additives?
Right. Did you put zinc in it? All these things.
And then once you get that broke in after that 20 minutes, did you change the oil out immediately after that and put fresh in and go another hour and then change the oil out again?
Exactly. So there's so many variables to say that this is the brand or that's the brand or this, that, or the other. Old school flat tappets, like Dad said, we've got one set. And those are the tried and true
GM genuine
original.
GM,
right?
Good wrench, lifters from the 80s.
And it really, honestly, to me, the only company that seems they want the feedback to want to be able to build a decent flat tappet for all of us low-end guys is Howard.
It's Howard's.
That's the only guys that when we went to PRI and we talked to him, he's like, we want to make our lifters better. We want to be able to provide a great product that'll last on into the next generation, or whatever. So,
yeah, he told his story that
he
years ago. He was in a warehouse.
Bag.
He was in a warehouse and he found pallets of the old school lifters. He says, I didn't think of it at the time. He said, but I would be making my millions if we'd have just went ahead and pulled the trigger and just went through them, mic'd them, repackaged them, and we'd still be selling lifters to this day from what was in that warehouse. And that was American made out of Detroit. He didn't have foresight enough to pull the trigger on the purchase.
Yeah.
Which, but I know they're out there. but they're getting so difficult to find. I mean, I've tried, you know, even though I had a link to the Amazon source and it's gone. They pulled it. It's not even available anymore, you know.
Brad says 5.9 coming, 12 valve, hop up.
You had to start diesel talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exit 12 volt or 24 Cummings. Our King do it. 12 volt coming in the early 90s. 3500 crew cab Chevy. It was never a huge fan of the GM Isuzu Duramax. Can't tell you much about Power Stroke.
Okay. I'm gonna say my piece. I'm a Chevy man through and through, but god dang it, 6 in a row ready to tow. All right. Dodge has been doing what Chevy's capable of doing with 2 less cylinders for decades.
Yeah.
Decades. Like, okay, Dodge is king when it comes to diesel power. By far. But
Can't argue.
you can't, because they naturally come out compression high, bigger turbos, bigger injectors.
They're just better.
They're all around better. But guys will take a Cummins and they'll go too far with it and they'll blow it up. And then because they think it's a Cummins, they'll blow it up and they'll rebuild it, spend hundreds of thousands of dollars just to blow it up again.
Yeah.
When I think of like a work truck, I think of a Duramax. You know, a Chevy 6.6, 6L80 1-ton truck. Now, my fun little peppy truck is the 5.9 Cummins with a 88 millimeter precision turbo, monster injectors, and a great bully dog tune on it.
Al says we're flat taps almost a guarantee success back in the day. Also, I have a 327 guy, but they were getting ridiculous price. 283s are still fair cheap. Would you consider building one? A high RPM engine.
I'd rather build a 307. The 307 they came out with for Can-Am. I would 289, yeah, but 307, boy, they rap. They rap like a 289 Ford that came out in the Mustangs, the Machs. They were like 7,500 RPMs. Put them up on jack stands, put a block underneath it, and run at 7,500 RPMs for hours. I mean, they were just really good engines, solid, peppy, but they're made for lighter cars. 3-speed, 4-speed standard, not really automatic, because if you had any weight on it, they just wouldn't make enough power to get a move. But if you're in a, if you're in a first gen Camaro, a Nova, something light, a Mustang, yeah, the 289s, 287s, the 307s, great motors, especially with 4-speed, especially with the standard.
Brad says I love Chevy SBC, but my kid's compound turbo with a 100 over injectors is stupid fun.
Yeah.
Until
you got to work on it.
He blows on it.
But yeah, no.
Well, I saw a video the other day. It made me think of you. It was when I got to buy fix-it parts versus go fast parts. There's this kid like crying, like.
I like combination reliable plus go fast.
Yeah. You can do that in a diesel.
9. Is that?
Are you? She's reminding me what time it is. Okay.
Holy crap! It's 9:30.
Like, share, and subscribe. Smash that button. Hit that bell. Tell your friends. Y'all have a great day, because a great day today could be what?
A better day tomorrow.
That's right. Better day tomorrow. You guys have a great night. We'll see you next week. Video will be out on Sunday. Copy of this will be out on Thursdays. And you guys got any questions, feel free. My email address is down at the bottom. You can email me. I answer everything. Put messages down there.
Can you get a 307 with a 4-bolt main, or is that 2-bolt main strong enough?
2-bolt main strong enough. because they came out with forged cranks, and really good rods. So yeah, 2 made, 4 made, whatever. But I mean, it's just, don't take a 305 block and try to turn it into a 307. Find an actual by the number 307 block because it's made different and it was produced at a different era and they're better, But yeah, 307 light car, 4-speed, 307. Yeah, a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Good night, guys. Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Enjoyed.
Unless. Doing more with less. Hashtag.